Good evening, everybody. Here we are for another Coin Night Live auction. This one is number 249. We have an in-studio extra. My sidekick, Mickey, is here.
Hello.
Good day to everybody. And let's see who all is here. Paul Adams, Mark Thomas. There's Doug. Who else? DC, Brad. Tim Weber's here. Our very own Eric Buyer is here. Blaine, Sane Blaine is here. The Coin Vault is here. Hello, Coin Vault.
Really bad.
PS Collectibles. We've got Frank McCain. James Johnson. How are you doing? We got 17 viewers in the studio right now, so that tells me we're ready to go. Good night. Good evening, James. Hey, Archie. How are you doing, sir? All right, let's start with lot number 1. Ready for an auction. There's DC. DC in here as well. If I can get this out of here. This coin does not want to be shown off tonight. There we go. Lot number 1. Look at the Woody. We've got a 1909 plain Lincoln Cent gem uncirculated Woody. Value on this about $70. $65, $70. We're going to start it at $40. How about a $40 bid? Anybody want to give me a $40 bid? 49, about a bid of 40. 1909 plain. There's Matthew at 40. Let's flip it over, take a look at the other side. Man, this thing is just gorgeous. Just flat beautiful. 40 now. There's Paul Adams at 45. 45 now. Looking for a bit of 47. How about a bit of 47? 47 now. A bit of 47. How about a bit of 47? 47 now. A bit of 47. Good evening, Matt. There's a bit of 50 now. 55. Got a bit of 50. Looking for a bit of 55. 55 now. How about a bit of 55? 55. A bit of 55. Beautiful coin. They don't come that pretty often, I tell you. Got a little bit more light on here than I really want. Let me dull that down just a little bit. There we go. See if I can get this tempered just a little bit. There we go. Tempered light. Now 55, anybody bit of 55. We got 50 going once, looking for a bit of 55. How about a bit of 55? 55 now, a bit of 55. No bit of 55. Got a bit of 50 now, looking for a bit of 55. Going once, how about a bit of 55? Anybody bit of 55? Twice now, 50, looking for a bit of 55. 55 now, how about a bit of 55? 55. Anybody bit of 55? Hello, Kevin. Good evening, sir. The revice again. There's the revice. Very beautiful coin, I tell you. It's a deep cut, I believe. Maybe not. I figure out what reverse style it is. I can't. That's a shallow. It's a reverse of 09. First reverse. Here, I'll dig in and let you see it. There you go. That'll show you what it is. It's the shallow N, or the first reverse. Back out in focus. All right, I'm going to cut this down in 5 seconds. Give me a bid. Damn glasses.
Oh, the lens come out.
Every damn time. It's hard to keep this lens in these glasses. Hang on just a second. Can't even hardly clean them because every time I try to clean the glasses, lens pops out. VA glasses for you. Now it's on the floor.
Suzanne at 55.
I'll be damned. I lost my lens.
Uh-oh. Let me get my light on here.
There it is. Hang on while I do surgery on a pair of glasses. You got Aunt at 55 now. Hello, Raymond. Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Anybody fix eyeglasses here? There. I got them on now. Okay, once now at 55, looking for a bit of $60. 60 now, how about a bit of 60? 60 now, how about a bit of 60? Dirty Water might be able to fix him. He's not here right now. Looking for 60? How about a bit of 60? 60 now, how about a bit of 60? All right, then I sell it to Aunt at 55. There it is. All right, next item. Thank you very much. I need that. All right, lot number 2. How about a 1910? Nice, uncirculated 1910 here. Take a look at that. That's a stunner right there. Beautiful coin. Not sure what that is on the end. Hang on a second. Let me check it out. Okay. It's a little tiny spot of corrosion on the end of one. I did not notice that when I got it. Brad Anderson got me a $36 bid. 36 now, 38. How about a bid of 38? $38. Anybody bid of 38? There's 38. Mark Thomas now 40. 38 now 40. How about a bid of $40? 40 now, a bit of $40. How about a bid of 40? There's Frank at 40. 40 now 42. 42 now, a bit of 42. 42. How about a bit of 42? 42. A bit of 42. 42 now, and a bit of 42. There's Mark back at 42. 44 now. How about a bit of 44? 44. And a bit of 44. Need a bit of 44. 44 now. How about a bit of 44? And a bit of 44. 44. Still not quite right with the light. I rhymed. Not quite right with the light. 42 now, a bit of 44. How about a bit of 44? 44, a bit of 44, a bit of 44, and need a bit of 44. How about a bit of 44? Once now, 42, looking for a bit of 44. 44 now, a bit of 44. How about a bit of 44? 44, 44 now, a bit of 44. There's my doggy. He done ate all of his food. Now he's up here to bother me for more. Twice now, 42, looking for a bit of 44. 44 now, how about a bit of 44? 44, a bit of 44. Sold. Mark Thomas, $42. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. Moving right along. How about a 1910S RPM number 1? Look at that coin. Here she is. Nice upper end, very fine coin. There's both sides now. We'll do the close-up and show you the mint mark. Looky there. Little secondary loop of an S down below the primary mint mark there. That is 1910S RPM number 1. And we're going to start that off at $60. How about a $60 bid? Anybody bid of $60? 69. A bit of $60. How about a bit of $60? $60 now. A bit of $60. Got some heavy hitters here tonight. Got a value of $100 on this. Value of $100. Looking for a $60 bid. How about a $60 bid? Now, a bit of $60. $60. Any $60 bid? Give it another few seconds, maybe a minute. See if anybody comes in and wants to do a bid of 60 on this one. It's a damn good deal at 60 bucks.
Yeah, all the RPMs. You guys ought to jump all over that.
We'll back up and take a look at the whole coin again. So I think maybe we haven't seen everything for the grade of the coin. It is a nice, very fine coin. Upper end, very fine. Ant has two. Neither are that nice. I actually saw one of these in uncirculated one time. It was beautiful. Very beautiful. Mark already has it. All right, to Fleabay it goes. How do you put a value unless it's a FS listed? Is there a guide? Well, this one is an FS listed, but the guide that I use is the guide in my head because I've been watching the market on these for years and years. So we'll put this one back in the mix. I might bring it back another time, but it's probably going to end up going to the Fleabay. All right, here we go, 1911D. Very nice, nearly uncirculated 1911D Lincoln Cent here. Folks, you don't get a much better. Yeah, that's not a guide, that's a computer. Buddy, I tell it like it is. That's all I can do. Revoice. The revoice looks just as nice as the obvoice. There it is. Beautiful reverse on this one. Beautiful obverse and reverse. Wonderful. Wonderful coin. Started off at 55. Who'll give me a bid of 55? Anybody bid of 55? Got a 55. Brand Anderson. A 55 now 60. $60 bid now. How about a bid of $60? $60 bid now. A bit of $60. Got an $80 value on this. Looking for a $60 bid. How about a bit of $60? $69, a bit of $60. The one thing I have always found with Lincoln Cents, and this is something that has been true since I was a kid, if it's expensive now, it's going to be more expensive next time you see it. It's been that way ever since I was a kid. I can remember a time when a coin just like this one would go for $10, $20. And it's been within my lifetime. Now they're 80, soon 100, another few years, 120, and you'll be very sorry you didn't pay half that for it. All right, 55, going once, looking for a bit of $60. How about a bit of $60 now? How about a bit of 60? 68, a bit of 60? For a 1911D, it's about as clean of a coin as you can get. Yeah, keep the pace with inflation plus. There you go. It is a thing, and it's been a thing for quite a while that you cannot find Lincoln Cents now that you could find 5 years ago at that price. Go back and look in the price guides. I tell you, it's there. You can see the value of Lincoln Cents has just gone up. All right, sold to Brad Anderson, $55. I appreciate it, Brad. Thank you very much, sir. You will not be dissatisfied with that. By the way, if anybody's ever dissatisfied with what they purchase, if you let me know within the first 14 days, we'll work out a way for you to return it and get your money back. I don't mind at all. First 14 days that you receive it. Okay, here is a 1912 Lincoln Cent. This one's a choice to gem unk, and it's got just a little bit of corrosion-ish stuff up there in the top. The reverse is a beautiful, beautiful look. It's got a little dent in the N in cent. Adventures with Maxwell comes in with a $60 bid for this 1912 Thank you, Adventures with Maxwell. $60 now, looking for a bid of 65, 65, any bit of 65, 65. How about a bit of 65? Got 60, looking for a bit of 65, 65 now, any bit of 65. $85, this one's worth. Tim Weber at 65 now, 70. I got 65, looking for a bit of $70, 70 now, a bit of $70, how about a bit of 70? 70 now, a bit of 70, how about a bit of $70 now, a bit of $70. 65, looking for a bit of $70, going once now, a bit of 70, how about a bit of 70, 79, a bit of 70. Got a $65 bid now, looking for a $70 bid. There's 70 now, 75. 70 now, 75, 75. How about a bit of 75, 75? Any bit of 75, $75 now, a bit of 75. $70, looking for a bit of 75. Any bit of 75, 75. Sherman says you should pull the trigger on that one there. So, it's what the dog says. I'm not saying it. 75 now, and a bit of 75, 75, and a bit of 75, 70 going once now, and a bit of 75, 75. How about a bit of 75, 75? I'll let you guys know that I have not sent out the auction items from last week. So if you have auction items from last week, there will be no additional shipping charge for this week. No additional shipping charge. That is most of you. All right, got a $70 bid. No further. We're going to sell it at $70. Adventures with Maxwell. Thank you very much, sir. That takes care of that. Next up, dude, like seriously, if you need it and you don't have it, it's time. It's time. 1912S RPM number 1. Probably one of the prettiest. You will see. I have carried one like this in the past. Sold it for $125 10 years ago. There's the obverse. Here is the reverse. Very nice looking coin. All right. Let's get in depth on this and take a real close look. There's trip weight at $120. I appreciate it, sir. Here is your mint mark. You can see the close spread to the northeast on this. Close spread to the northeast is your 1912S RPM number 1. Brad Anderson at 125 now, looking for a bit of 130. No, wait a minute. I need a bit of 130. Sorry, 130. We'll go back to Tripwit's bid of 120. Brad, if you want to bid 130, you can bid 130. It's $10 increments after $100. So I got 120, now 130. Okay, there's Brad at 130, now 140. 140 now, how about a bit of 140? There's 140. Tim Weber at 140, now 150. Got a 140 now, 150, 150. How about a bit of 150, 159, a bit of 150, how about a bit of 150, 159, a bit of 150? MJASH01. May I ask, have you registered with us? Mathing does suck. Indeed it does. I'm learning to do it much better and much faster. I've got this app on my phone that works me out every day. And I'm doing averages, division, I'm doing estimation, all kinds of different things, and it is difficult. All right, so I've got a 140 from Tim Weber, trip weight back at 150. 150, now 160, 160, how about a bit of 160? MJASH01. Please send me an email. Let me know your information, and we'll get you registered. We can do it today. We can do it here and now.
No cost.
Absolutely no cost to you. The email goes to that email address you see in the lower part of the image on the left side there. It's coppercoinspayments@gmail.com. All I need is your real name, your email address, and that's all. Give me your YouTube username to tie it back. I'm going to open my email right now, and I'll be watching for it. This is the fastest, easiest, quickest service you'll ever get with regard to registration, is live and present. I've got my email up, and we'll be able to see it when you do register. Trip weight at 150 now, looking for a bit of 160. 160 now, have a bit of 160, 160, have a bit of 168, a bit of 160, 160 now, a bit of 160. Got 150, looking for a bit of 160 now, a bit of 160, have a bit of 160, 160 now, a bit of 160. Okay. Yeah, your YouTube name, mjash01, but I'll need you to put that in the email so I can be absolutely sure who I am registering. It's a tieback type thing. I just need your real name, and the email address to which I can send a PayPal invoice. Trip weight at 150, looking for a bit of 160, 160 now. Last call now, looking for a bit of 160. How about a bit of 160, 160 now, a bit of 160. Any 160 now, a bit of 160. Tim is out. Thank you, Tim. And sold. Now, Trip Wit at 150.
Not understanding send an email.
All right, next item. Lot number 7 here. 1915. One of the more difficult, actually the most difficult of the Philadelphia Mint coins. The 1915 Philadelphia is a very difficult monster to get in upper grades like this. This one is a nice AU coin. Very nice AU coin here. No luster, so it's an AU 50, 53. Got a value on this one of $75. $75, and we're going to start at 50. Brad gives me a $50 bid. Now 50, now 55. 55, have it a bit of 55, 55. Mr. Ash, could you send me an email, please? Make sure that I know the email address that I'll be sending your your invoice to should you win anything. I have to do that because I've had people come in, say they'll register, say they'll send me their email address, and then they don't, and I end up with lots that didn't sell because I got nobody to send an email to. Dirty Water, Mr. Johnson, good day to both of you. I got Brad's $50 bid now, looking for a bit of 55, 55, how about a bit of 55, 55, now a bit of 55. All you have to do is send an email to that email address that you see at the bottom of your screen, coppercoinspayments@gmail.com. I gotta turn this crawler off. It's not presently active, telling me anything I need to see. All right, no 55. Brad will take it at 50. Anybody get a $55 bid? 55, now a bit of 55. No dice, sold at $50. I appreciate it, Mr. Anderson. Thank you very much, sir. Let me move us right along. Next coin. Folks, I'm just smacking it heavy, heavy. Hitting it hard. I understand that completely. Here's a 16D. 16D, nearly uncirculated, a very nice looking coin. I call this one a nice AU plus, or an extremely fine plus anyway. Very, very little wear on this one. And here is the reverse. Matthew gives me a $16 bid. 16 now, 17. Got a Daniel McCumber bidding at $20 now. 20 now, 21. 21, how about a bid of 21? 21 now. Anybody bid of 21? $21. How about a bid of 21? 21. There's 25. Frank McCain at 25, now 26. 26, looking for a 26 now. Anybody bid of 26. 26, Dan at 26 now, 27, 27. How about a bit of 27, 27, anybody bit of 27? I got 26, looking for a bit of 27, 27 now, how about a bit of 27? I 26 going once, looking for a bit of 27, 27 now, how about a bit of 27? There's 27 now, 28. 28, how about a bit of 28? Anybody bit of 28, $28, how about a bit of 28, 28 now, how about a bit of 28? There's 28 now, 29. 29, looking for a bit of 29, 29. Anybody bit of 29, 29? Frank is out. Thank you, Frank. Anybody bid 29? How about a bit of 29 now? Anybody bid of 29? 29? Anybody bid of 29? All right, sold at 28. As a reminder to everyone here, I'm calling these shots as I go along watching the chat. You guys need to be watching the chat too. There will be times where you'll see things pop up in the chat a number of seconds before I have a chance to get that word back out to you, because it has to bounce to me, then back to you. So when you see a bid in the chat and you want to pay more, you need to bid right then. Don't wait for me. Look at this. Here is a 1917 Lincoln cent. Look at the colors. Just look at this. Very beautiful woody, very beautiful gem uncirculated coin. Would you just look at that? That's just an immaculate coin. I start this one off at $40. Where did I get these coins? I got them from the coin gods. I pray very hard. I got Tim Weber at $40, came in first at 40, now looking for 40. There's 45. Brad Anderson at 45, now looking for 47. 47, still in the $2 increments here at 47, now anybody bid of 47. 47, how about a bit of 47, 47, anybody bid of 47. Yep. The coin gods have treated me very well this year. Good evening, Russell. How you doing, buddy? I got Tim at 47, now 49. How about a bit of 49, 49, anybody bid of 49, 49 now, anybody bid of 49. You bid of 49, or you can just bid 50 and get it over with. Okay, I appreciate it, Mr. Ash. As soon as I see that come in, I'll get you registered right away. I'm a-watching for it. There's Brad at 50. 50, now 55. 55 the next bid. Anybody bid of 55, 55? How about a bit of 55, 55 now? Anybody bid of 55? How about a bit of 55? Mohawk Joe, good evening, sir. How is Mohawk Joe? There's 55. Tim Weber, 55, now 60. Anybody 60? $60 bid now. How about a bit of $60? $60 bid? Anybody bid of $60? 60 now. Anybody bid of $60? How about a bit of $60? $60 bid? If you bought anything in the last week, including during the mystery pool, I've got all the mystery pool stuff here, and I've got all of last week's auction here still. All of this will be shipped tomorrow. If you get anything tonight and you get paid, I'll ship it out with it. No additional shipping charge to you. That is for those who already have a package started here. We'll be finishing them all up and sending them tomorrow. Got a $55 bid. Last call now for 60. You looking for $60? $60 bid now. How about a bid of $60? 60? Anybody bid of $60? 60 now. Anybody bid of $60? Oh, and one and done. Sold at 55. Thank you, Mr. Weber. I saw this coin and I saw the light. The gods were smiling for sure. Check this one out. Another nasty pretty coin. $35 start on this. 1917D, boys and girls. This is an AU++, an AU 58. Nearly uncirculated coin with a little touch of wear right up there on the middle of the cheek. Frank McCain starts it off at 35, 35 now, $40 bid. How about a bid of 40? Anybody bid of $40 bid now? A bit of 40, how about a bid of 40? Okay, I'll do 37. Look at that. Just look at it. Look at it. Tripwit. Oh my God. Yep, 1917D. There's Matt at 37. 37 now, 39. $39. How about a bit of 39? 39. A bit of 39. There's 40. Brad Anderson at 40. 40 now, 42. I got Brad at 40. Matthew back at 45, now 47. 47 now. Anybody a bit of 47? 47. How about a bit of 47? I got 45. Looking for a bit of 47. $47. How about a bit of 47? 47. Ate a bit of 47. I got 45. Looking for a bit of 47. 47. Ate a bit of 47. Frank is out. Mr. Ash, I don't have your information yet, but I'll let you bid. Don't have you yet. I have to check my mail.
It takes some time.
It does. It takes up to 10 minutes for me to get it. All right, I got a $50 bid now. 50 now. Looking for a bit of 55. 55. How about a bit of 55? 55. A bit of 55. Wait, a bit of 55. 55 now. How about a bit of 55? Thank you, Trip. I appreciate that message there, and it is very true. You are not going to see these often. Mr. Ash, I will go ahead and turn your name blue, as I do for all of my registered people. Your name is now blue. Oh, yeah. If this coin was actually uncirculated, it'd be worth 5 times what you guys are bidding. I got a 50, looking for 55. Last call now, and you bet a bit of 55. I spent 2 weeks traveling the country doing some deep diving to find these. And some of them are from older source, been around here for a while. All right, I got a sold pending payment for Mr. Ash. Thank you, Mr. Ash. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I didn't get a bid of 55, did I? No, I never saw 55. Yeah, your bid of 55 is standing. Or $50, I'm sorry. You need some of my coin karma? Well, you need some of my coin karma, you might find something like this one. These are rare, people. And I mean it. Rare. 1918D. Uncirculated Lincoln cent here. 1918D. I start this one at $140. How about a bit of 140? 149. A bit of 140. $10 increments on this. 140. Anybody a bit of 140? But for these coins that don't sell, I will turn these over and grade them. I'll send them into NGC in a heartbeat. 140, Mark Thomas gives me 140 now, 150. 150, how about a bit of 150, 150? Oh, we have one coming up later. Yeah, for a grade, it's a key date for grade. It's not one of the typical key dates, but if you've been looking at the list, you'll see that there's a real heavy hitter coming up. Blaine gives me a 150 bid, 150 now, 160. 160, how about a bit of 160, 169, a bit of 160, how about a bit of 160, 169, a bit of 160. The reverse again. There it is. No, it's not the 09S. Not the 09S. I do have an 09S coming up. I got Mark at 160, 160 now, 170, 170. How about a bit of 170, 170 now, a bit of 170. I got 160, looking for 170, 179, a bit of 170. How about a bit of 170, 170? Blaine back at 170 now, 170, looking for a bit of 180, 180 now. How about a bit of 180, 180? There's Mark back at 180. 180 now, 190. I think what you're calling a strike through, Frank, I believe is the indirect transfer error that you can see. You can see the outline of Lincoln's head on the reverse. That's just due to a die not being hardened properly and striking a lot of coins. Hello, VTS Tech. I appreciate you being around, though. Don't have to buy anything. This is a family. You get yourself registered, and this is a family-oriented event. Mark is out. Blaine at 190. Blaine at 190. Anybody bid at $200? $200. How about a bid at 200? 200. Anybody bid at 200? How about a bid at 200? Got 190. Looking for a bid at 200? 209. A bid at 200? 200. I have to give him an opportunity, Blaine. I know we're probably going to sell it to you at 190, but I have to give it a chance. 190 now, 200, 200 now, a bit of 200, 200 now, a bit of 200, how about a bit of 200, 200? All right, I'm sold Mr. Blaine for $190. Same Blaine takes this one home. Next coin goes very nicely with the one you just saw. It is another stunner, uncirculated, teen S-Mint coin. There it is. This one could possibly have an old cleaning on it. I'll start this at 150. Brad gives me a 150, now 160. 160, how about a bit of 160, 169, a bit of 160. How about a bit of 160, 169, a bit of 160, how about a bit of 160, 169, a bit of 160? Got a 150, looking for a bit of 160, 169, a bit of 160, how about a bit of 160? 150 now going once, looking for a bit of 160, 169, a bit of 160. Sold 150. Brad Anderson, thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry, Mr. Ash. You have to jump in there pretty quickly. Get the attention of the folks. Got a $14 coin here start. 1919. That is a slight fingerprint on the lower left area. But what is on the right is actually striations in the metal. A $14 start for this. So I got some people falling back.
Yeah, way back.
Yeah, Blaine, this one sold to Brad Anderson a while back. We're on lot 13, 1919, Philadelphia. Frank starts me off with a $20 bid. 20 now, 20, 21. How about a bit of 21 blackjack down? How about a bit of 21? There's 21, now 22. I got 21 from Dan. How about a 22, 22, and a bit of 22? How about a bit of 22, 22 now, and a bit of 22? I got Frank at 22. Frank at 22, now looking for 23. Look at 23 now, and a bit of 23. How about a bit of 23, 23? How about a bit of 23? 23 now, and a bit of 23. I got Frank McCain at 22, looking for a bit of 23. There's Dan back at 25. 25 now, 26. How about a 26? Anybody bit of 26, 26? I got Dan at 25, looking for a bit of $26. How about a bit of 26, 26 now, and a bit of 26. There's 27. Frank at 27, now 28. 28 now, looking for a bit of 28. $28. How about a bit of 28? $28 now, and a bit of 28. I'll be doing reveals for the remainder of this week. We will do there's a $28 bid. 28 now, 29. Looking for 29. There's 30. Frank at $30. $30 now, 31. 32. I'm sorry, 32. I forgot my own rules. $2 increments at this point now, 32. We will be running a waffles with syrup show on Sunday this week. We will not have an auction Tuesday. There will not be an auction this coming Tuesday. Kind of filtering things down just a little bit, trying to calm down in my older age, you know. I think we'll start doing auctions more like 3 times a month instead of every week. Frank at 30 now looking for 32. Anybody bid at 32? Going once at 30, looking for a bid at 32. $32 now. How about a bid at 32? Anybody bid at 32? $32 now. How about a bid at 32? 32. Anybody bid at 32? Dan says he is oot. Oot in a boot. Better not do that. It's almost like I'm making fun of Canadians, but it's how they talk. Yeah. Oot. All right, no bid past 30. Right, yes, Eric. In all his Michiganderness.
Yeah, Michigan.
All right, sold to Frank at $30. I appreciate it, Frank. Thank you very much. And I can't speak English. All right, next coin up. How about a 1919S? That's uncirculated. More like Amish? That's how the Northern Illinoisans would say it. The Amish? All right, there you go. 1919S. Kind of flat but uncirculated, folks. Flat meaning doesn't have a lot of luster, but it is uncirculated. Nice unk coin here starting at $85, 85, a bit of 85, 85, 9, a bit of 85. How about a bit of 85, 85, 9, a bit of 85, a bit of 85? Oop, almost slid off the block. 85, 9, a bit of 85, 85, a bit of 85, 85, 85. How about a bit of 85? Trip, if you need it, now's the time. You can see Canada from your porch? Wow.
I'm sorry.
I almost don't know what to say. That must mean you get snow where you are. That must mean I'm not going to be your neighbor.
I'm sorry.
Nope. Nope. 60 degrees for a high in January is cold enough. Looking for an $85 start on this one. Anybody a bit of 85, 85, 9, a bit of 85, 85? Nothing, not know how, not nobody. Mr. Ash has this one. That's right, Frank. Too cold for your knees, too cold for my arse. My arse. My arse don't like it that cold outside. All right, we'll pass on this one. Thanks, folks. We shall move along. Moving right along. How about a 1920 Philadelphia? 1920 Philadelphia. This is a nice uncirculated coin here. We're going to start this one. Oh, look at the wood. Just look at the wood. Big, nice, thick rim. 1920, uncirculated here. Choice MS for $16. $16 start now. A bit of 16. How about a bit of 16? $16. There's Dan at 16. Tim tries 16. Frank gives me a $20 bid. 20 now. 21. How about a bit of 21? 21 now. A bit of 21. Anybody at 21? $21 now and a bit of 21. There's 24. 24, Brad at 24. Brad at 24, now 25. 25, looking for 25. 25, there's Frank at 30, now 32. Frank's at 30, now 32. 32, that developed quickly. I got Mr. Ash falling behind. Mr. Ash, when you do hear this, please go down to your settings cog at the bottom. Select 2 times and then hit that and see if that speeds you up a little bit so you can catch up to everything going on.
I just added it 3 times.
I got Tim at 32 now. 32, looking for a bit of 34. What was that?
So they added it 3 times now.
32 now, 34, 34, a bit of 34. There's 34 now, 36. 34, got 34 now, looking for a bit of 36, $36. How about a bit of 36, 36? Any bit of 36. At 34, looking for a bit of 36. $36 now. How about a bit of 36? Anybody a bit of 36? Got 34 going once. There's 36. Tim Weber gives me 36. Mr. Ash at 38. 38 now, 40. Now 40, 40. How about a bit of 40, 49, a bit of 40. Blaine at 40, now 42. 42, a bit of 42. 42, looking for a bit of 42. Frank is oot. Got 40, looking for a bit of 42. 42 now, a bit of 42. He's oot, eh? You Hoosier. You Hosier. I got $40 now, looking for a bit of 42. Tim is oot too. Hey, that's a, what's those radar, what is it, what do they call it, anagram? Yeah, anagram.
Yeah.
Oot too.
Yeah.
44, Mr. Ash at 44 now. 44, looking for a bit of 46. $46, how about a bit of 46? 46 now, and a bit of 46. Mr. Ash, can you make sure that you sent that to the Coppercoins payments at gmail.com? I have not yet received it. Make sure it didn't get...
Check his spam first.
Yeah, I'm going to. Nope, no spam. I got no spam. I got no new messages either. Blaine at 46 now. Looking for a bit of 48. 46, looking for 48. How about a bit of 48? $48. How about a bit of 48? 48 now. And about a bit of 48. How about a bit of 48? Thank you, Mr. Ash. Yeah, Coppercoins payments at gmail.com. I got 46, looking for a bit of 48. $48. How about a bit of 48? 48 now. And a bit of 48. Going once now, 46, looking for a bit of 48, $48. How about a bit of 48, 48 now, and a bit of 48? Twice now, 46, looking for a bit of 48, a bit of 48. And sold, $46. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, the heaviest hitting coin of the day. These are rare. They're not scarce. They are rare. This is a 1924S Lincoln cent with no wear. It is uncirculated. It is a dull uncirculated, but it is an uncirculated coin. We're going to start this at $250. $250 now to start. Anybody bid of $250. $250 now. Anybody bid of $250. If you look in your book, you will find that an MS-63 Brown is a $350 coin. We're starting this off at $250, folks. $250. Anybody bid of $250? There's Mark at $250. $250 now. $260. $260 now. How about a bit of $260? $260. Anybody bid of $260? Looking at $250. Looking for $250. Need a bit of $260. $260 now. Anybody bid of $260? Yeah, 24S is not scarce in this grade. It is rare. Brad at $260 now. $260. No, it's not the DDR, unfortunately. Not the DDR. DDR would be really thick. Very obvious. Very nice DDR the 24S has. Mark Thomas back at $270 now. $270, looking for a bit of $280. $280 now, a bit of $280. $280 now, a bit of $280. How about $280 now, a bit of $280. How about a $280? $280 now? Not really sure where 264 comes from. We're at $10 increments here. $10 minimum raise. I got 270, looking for a bit of 280. 280 now. How about a bit of 280, 280, 280? How about a bit of 280? Okay, I'm going to assume that's a 280. I got Mr. Ash at 280. 280 looking for 290. Mark Thomas now 300. 300 straight up now 325. 300 now 325. Need a 325. Anybody bid a 325? 300 now, looking for a bit of 325. 325 now, a bit of 325. 325. How about a bit of 325? Got 300, looking for a bid of 325. 325 now to bid a bid of 325. Well, once at 300, looking for a bid of 325. 325 now to bid a bid of 325. On twice now at 300, looking for 325. There's Mr. Ash at 325, now 350. 350 now, and a bit of 350. Mr. Ash, I do have your registration. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Mark is out. Mr. Ash at 325, looking for 350. 359, a bit of 350. 350, how about a bit of 350? 359, a bit of 350. And sold 325. Thank you, Mr. Ash. I appreciate it, sir. These you don't see. Only wish it was a 26S. 26S is the only one that's harder to get and uncirculated. Next up, well, right after 1924S in your book goes 1925. Now look at this one. Ain't she sexy? 25 at $42. 42 start. Now a bit of 42. How about a bit of 42? 42 at a bit of 42. Huh. There's Brad at 45. 45 now 47. Looking for a bit of 47 now and a bit of 47. I got 45. Looking for a bit of 47. 47 now and a bit of 47. Let's look at the reverse. There is the reverse. Very nice looking red-brown coin here. I got Frank at 50. Frank at 50 now, looking for a bit of 55. 55 now, and a bit of 55. 55, how about a bit of 55? 55, and a bit of 55. There's Brad back at 55 now, 60. Looking for 60 now, 60, anybody a bit of $60 bid? How about a bit of $60? 69, and a bit of $60, 60, and a bit of 60. I got 55, looking for 60, $60 bid 90, but a bit of $60. Okay, there's Tim at 60. Tim at 60 now, looking for 65. 65 now, how about a bit of 65? 65, and a bit of 65. Got 60, looking for a bit of 65. 65 now, and a bit of 65. Lake Superior is cold even in August. All right, Blaine, I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Frank is out. I got Tim Weber at $60, looking for 65. Last call. And we're sold at $60. Tim Weber, appreciate it. Thank you very much. And we move right along. Got some cheaper ones in here and some more expensive ones. I'm doing that so that we can kind of shuffle back and forth between the hard to get heavy hitters and the ones that are a little bit easier. This one is one that is a little bit easier. This is a very nice 1925S. It is arguably an AU coin, but it has just a few too many scars on it for me to call it an AU. It doesn't have much wear on it, but I'm going to call it an EF Plus. An EF Plus, let's start this off at $14. In AU, it'd be like a $25, $30 coin. That would be to start. Dan gives me a $15 bid, 15 now, $16. How about a bit of 16 now, and a bit of 16? I got 15, looking for a bit of $16 now, and a bit of 16. 15, looking for a bit of 16 now, and a bit of 16. Got 15 going once now, looking for a bit of $16. Anybody with a 16? How about a bit of 16? Twice and finally 15 now, looking for a bit of $16 now, and a bit of 16. How about a bit of 16? Sold to Dan, $15. I appreciate it, Dan. Thank you very much, sir. You never even saw the reverse of this one, did you? There's the reverse. Coin Gradulations. That is not a new one. Now, another scarce one. Tough to find with this kind of luster. Choice to Gem uncirculated. Choice to Gem Brown is a 1927D. That is Sparkles. 1927D there. Look at the shine. So remember that old movie Poltergeist from back in the early 80s? The little short lady told the girl not to look into the light. Don't look into the light. No, that is exactly what I want you to do. Look into the light. I got Brad with a 110 now, 120, 120. Anybody bid a 120? How about a bit of 120, 120 now? How about a bit of 120? 120 now. Anybody bid a 120? How about a bit of 120, 120 now? Anybody bid a 120? How about a bit of 120? That's right. Look into the light. You're getting sleepier and sleepier. Now I have you totally under my control. Do not touch that dial. It is pointless. I am controlling your set. No bid above 110. There we go, 120, Tim Weber, 120, now 130. 120, now 130, 130, 130. Anybody bid a 130? How about a bit of 130, 130 now? A bit of 130. Got 120, looking for a bit of 130, 130, 130. How about a bit of 139? A bit of 130. How about a bit of 130? Try it, Ant. I have control over your power. Mr. Ash at 130 now, 130 now. Look over a bit of 140, 140 now. A bit of 140. How about a bit of 140, 140? A bit of 140. I'll tell you what, man, I'm pulling the plug out here. We're gonna drain the coin swamp. Got 130, look over a bit of 140, 140 now. How about a bit of 140, 140 now? A bit of 140. I hate to say that the showing of beauty is near over. I mean, we have 5 or 6 singles left, and then we get into some lots. Just had to see how a big coin night might work out. Anybody bid 140? Looking for 140 now. Last call at 140. Anybody bid a 140? 140 now. Anybody bid a 140? Tim is out, and Mr. Ash will take this one at 130. I appreciate it, Mr. Ash. Thank you very much, sir. Here's one for the pretties. This is a nice one. You'll like this. 1928. Look at the Woody. The Woody going on with this one, too. 1928, we're going to start this one at $20. $20 only. Anybody bid at $20? $20 bid? How about a bid of $20? $29. A bid of $20. How about a 20? There we go. We'll set that one up there. If you need to see the other side, just let me know. Got Mark at $20. 20 now, 21. 20 now, 21. $21. How about a bid of 21? There's Mark at 25. Brad tries 25. Mark's already got it at 25. Bid just a flash of a second before you did. Now I got Mark back at 30. What are you doing, Mark? Mark really wants this one. Got Mark at $30, looking for 31. 32, I'm sorry, 32. Do you want to back up, Mark? You got the high bid at 25. Just type 25 again if you want to move back. Brad is out. Looking for a $26 bid if Mark wants to take the 30 back. What is it, Mark? 25 or 30? Keep it since Brad is out. Keep the 30. No other bids. Still $30. Looking for 32. 32. Anybody bid a 32? 32. I'll let that one kick. $30. I appreciate it, Mark. Thank you very much, sir. It's probably the only coin in here tonight that is selling for less than what I paid for it. I just liked it. Just had to get it, you know. It's one of those things. 1932D. Another one of your really tough issues. Really hard to get these. They're way underrated for what they are. They're really tough. And we're going to start this one at $5. Frank, give me a $5 bid. 5 now, $6. 6, anybody bid a $6? $6 bid. How about a bid of $6? 6 now, anybody bid a $6? It's a very nice coin. And I got 7 now from Dan. Dan now looking for 10. There's 10 at Frank McCain at 10. Now looking for 11. $11 bid now. Anybody bid $11 bid? How about $11 bid? There's 11. Dan. Now 12. Frank at 12. Anybody bid a 12? All right. There's Raymond Longy at $15. Then Brad tries 15. Then Frank tries 15. So I've got Raymond, high bidder now. Frank at 20 now. Frank at 20, looking for 21. 20 now, 21. There's Dan at 21, now 22. 22, anybody bid a 22? 22 now, anybody bid a 22? Got 21, looking for a bid of 22. $22, there's 25. Frank at 25, now 26. $26 now, how about a bid of 26? 26, anybody bid a 26? $32D at 25. Looking for a bid of 26 now. Anybody bid of 26? There's 27. Raymond Longy at 27 now. 27 now. Looking for a bid of 28. $28. How about a bid of 28? 28 now. Anybody bid of 28? Frank is out. Got 27. Looking for a bid of $28. 28 now. How about a bid of 28? 28 now. Anybody bid of 28? Got 27 going once now. Looking for a bid of $28. How about a bid of 28? $28 now. Anybody bid of 28? At 27 now, going twice, looking for a bid of 28. $28, how about a bid of 28? $28 now, anybody bid of 28? 28. Dan is out too. Oh, the anagrams tonight are killing me. 28, how about a bid of 28? No dice. Guess we'll sell it to Raymond. 27. Appreciate it, Raymond. Thank you very much, sir. Next up, you can't have a really nice 32D without having a really nice 33D, right? Look at that. 33D is only just a bump of a flat spot right on the cheek. It would otherwise be an uncirculated coin. I got Frank at $11. 11 now, 12 now, 12. Anybody bid at $12? I think that was Brad trying to bid on the previous item. I don't think he's bidding. Brad, if you're bidding on the 33D, type 1933D. Let me know that you're bidding on that one. Otherwise, it's Frank at 11 looking for a bid of $12. 12. Okay, Brad was bidding 25. Now Frank at 30. Frank at 30 now, 32. 30 now, 32. 32 now, a bit of 32. How about a bit of 32? 32. A bit of 32. Brad at 35. 35 now, 37. 37, 37, anybody bid of 37, $37, how about a bit of 37, 37, anybody bid of 37? Frank is out, looking for a 37, how about a bit of 37? There's Mr. Ash at 39, now looking for 41. 39 now, 41, $41, how about a bit of 41, 41 now, a bit of 41? At 39, looking for a bit of 41. $41. How about a bit of 41? $41 now. A bit of 41. How about a bit of 41? Got 39, 39 going once now. Looking for a bit of 41, $41. How about a bit of 41, $41 now? A bit of 41. I got 39, 39 twice now. Looking for a bit of 41, $41. How about a bit of 41, $41 now? A bit of 41. Sold now, Mr. Ash. $39. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. $19.09 S. Lincoln Cent. With an S over horizontal S. Now, there's a gouge in the back of the hair. And there is a mark on the upper hair near the U of trust. This otherwise is a relatively clean coin. There is presence of a few little scratches on the reverse, you can see. I want to get that over before I show you the repunch mint mark. It is an upper end VF coin without the marks, of course. But here we go. Let's look at the S over horizontal S. It's a little more visible at an angle. There we go. Now, right here, I don't think you can see it. No, it's not showing up, I don't think. My cursor is not visible, is it? No, my cursor is not available. If you look just to the upper right of the lower curve, you will see the bottom serif of the secondary S. Turn it over 90 degrees to the left, and you'll see a bottom serif. If you tilt your head 90 degrees to the left, you'll see a bottom serif sticking out of the right side of the S, and then you'll see a lower curve around the top of the S, and that is half, or near half, of a secondary S. This is the 1909 S over horizontal S. I'm going to start this at $100. $100, not only do you have a key date coin, but you've also got a key date coin with an RPM. Cherry picker listed, FS 1502. Looking for a $100 bid. Mr. Ash at 100. 100 now, 110, 110. Anybody bid at 110, 110? Got a 100 looking for a bid of 110, $110. They did a bid of 110. Very strongly struck coin. I just wish it didn't have that gouge on it. It looks like a contemporary gouge too, meaning that it's probably almost as old as the coin. Been there for a long time. How about a 110 bid? Anybody bid a 110, 110 now? Anybody bid a 110? No bid a 110. Anybody bid a 110, 110 now? Anybody bid a 110? All right, sold to Mr. Ash at $100. I appreciate it, Mr. Ash. Thank you very much. Next coin. Very meaty, full gem of a key date coin here, 1914D. It is a real, genuine 1914D. That I guarantee. It is an about good coin. You can see the issues. It's got little scratches and a lot of wear, but it is a 1914D. There's the obverse. Show you the reverse. There it is. Looking for a $100 bid. $100 bid. In good condition, these are $150. Just a little better than this one would be a $150 coin. Genuine 1914D here. Fill that key date spot in your album with a coin. that is worthy of the hole for $100. Give you another couple of seconds to make a decision, then we'll pass. I'm offering it here at 100 because I know I can sell it on eBay at 125. No bidders? We shall pass. Thank you very much. And my last coin as a single for this evening. I'm not single, the coin is. It's a 1936S with just a really pretty mottled appearance. It does have a hit right in the middle of the cheek, but it is a choice to gem at grade of 64. It's a pretty coin. Brad Anderson gives me a $10 bill. $10 bill now looking for an 11. $11 bid, anybody bid $11. How about it 11? Anybody bid $11? There's 12. Tim over at 12. 12 now $13. How about a bit of $13 now? A bit of 13. There's your reverse. Just a really nice coin overall. Absolutely no wear. Frank McCain at 13. 13 now 14. $14. How about a bit of 14? $14 now. A bit of 14. Got 13. Looking for a bit of 14. $14. How about a bit of 14? $14 now. A bit of 14. There's Tim back at 14. 14 now 15. 15. How about a bit of 15? $15 now. A bit of 15. And a $15 bid now. A bit of 15. $15. There's 15. Frank at 15, now 16. 15 now 16. $16. How about a bit of 15? 16. $16. How about a bit of 16? No bid of 16. We're going to sell it to Frank. $15. Thank you very much, Frank. That sums up the end of the singles that I had for sale this evening. Let me move over to the desk cam and show you my next item. Nothing huge and special, but it does have a 40% silver, $half. This is a 1970 proof set. It is a large date, 1970 proof set. Looking for $7 start. 7 now, 10. 10 now, looking for an $11 bid. $11 bid now, a bit of $11 bid. How about a bit of $11? $11 now, and a bit of 11. There's 12. 12 now, $13. How about a bit of $13 now, and a bit of 13. There's Mickey back at 13 now, 14. Looking for 14. 14 now. No bid of 14. Got 13. Going once now. Looking for a bit of 14. $14. How about a bit of 14? There's 14 and 15. Mr. Ash at 15. 15 now 16. Mickey is out. Thank you very much. 15 now 16. $16. Anybody bid a $16? $16 bid? How about a $16 bid now? Anybody bid a 16? No bid of 16, $15. Looking for 16, 16 now. Anybody bid of 16? Mr. Ash, you can't be out. You're the high bidder. I've got oot. Mr. Ash is the winner. $15. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. Alrighty then. Let's take a trip on the wild side. That one is going to be the penny folder. Here's what I've done. This is the book. The book has a retail value of $419. $419. Most of the spots are filled, many of them with lower grade coins. But when you start talking about a nearly complete set, only the 21S is missing on that page, and I will include a 21S for you. Only the 31S is missing on this page. A lot of pretty decent coins. I'm going to start this off at $170. $170. All you need is your 14D, your 09S's. I'll even put the 09 in there. I'll put an 09 in there for you. So an 09 and a 21S. Now here is how I know this has a $419 value. I have a price guide here of all ink and cents, and I have a program that I can plug in the grade of every coin, and it will reflect the value of said coin. At the bottom of my spreadsheet, it will sum the total of the value of the coins. There it is, $419.51. $419.51 is the retail value of this. I'm selling it about 30% below wholesale at $170. $170. Anybody want to get a starter set? Really nice starter set, 1909 to 1940 for $170. Here's your chance. $170 now. Anybody bid at $170? How about a bid at $170? $170? How much for the program? The program is very proprietary, and the program is very much mine. Unfortunately, I am not sharing. Mr. Ash at $170, $170 now, $180. $170 now, $180, $180, $180. How about a bit of $180, $180, $180, a bit of $180? $419 worth of coins here for $180. I only program when it is beneficial to me. I don't program for other people anymore. I don't sell anything that I program. 180. Anybody with a 180, 180, 180? How about a bit of 180, 180? All right. No other bids. We're going to shoot this one in the foot with Mr. Ash. 170. 170 sold at 170. You will get this as well. This comes with it. Next, it is a nicer album. It has nicer coins. This is a $530 album of Lincoln Cents. $530 starting at $250. $530 starting at $250. This is less than half of retail. Less than half of retail with conservatively graded coins. This one is short the 09S VDB, the 1914D. I will put a 17D in here for you. The 17D is missing. This page is complete except for the 31S, the 32D, and the 33. I'll put all those in there for you. Not the 31S, sorry. The 32D and the 33 I'll put in there. I don't have a 31S to give up. I did not count the 1943s because the 1943s are ugly reprocessed coins. Average grade of the coins in this book. I'm going to go with an overall average of fine to very fine. There are some coins that are worse. 1913D is a good. 1913 is a very fine to extremely fine. 13S is a low end very fine. So that'll give you just a shot. The 1911S is a fine. 1924D is a very fine. 1926S is a fine. Brad gives me a 250 bid. I got a 250 bid, now 260. 260. Anybody bid a 260? 260. How about a bid of 260? $530 retail value. And you get my cheat sheet. I'll send my cheat sheet here with the lot so that you can see a complete price guide of early Lincoln cents up to 1958 and a complete rundown of this entire book and what every coin is worth in the book.
That's worth a lot in itself.
Yeah. You got professional grading going on here too. I've been doing this for a long time. There's your last sheet. It is complete. All of them are circulated, save a few in the very end. Most of these are 10-cent coins. It's the ones up here in the beginning that are the crushers. They're the ones that'll send you to the boneyard. The only coins this will be missing when I ship it out: 31S, 09S VDB, the 09S, and the 14D are the only coins that'll be missing. 4 coins will be missing out of this. Taco John, good evening, sir. So it's at 250 now, looking for a bid of 260, 260, 260. Anybody bid of 260? How about a bid of 260? 269, about a bid of 260, 260? I'll give you another couple of seconds to ponder on this, to pontificate. There it is. As it sits, this is an Eagle brand holder. I've never seen the Eagle brand. It's a brand new one to me. Hey, you got the 09S, the 14D, and the 31S last week, so guess what? You're 1 coin away from a complete wheat cent here. Wheat cent set. 1 coin away. This is a pretty nice, I mean, the pages themselves are a very rigid plastic, and the slides are, they're nice slides. They come in and go out. The back slides don't move easily. I don't think they move at all. No. The back doesn't move at all. It's only the front that comes out. But it has a window in the back that you can see the reverse of the coins. All right, we're near the end. Got 250, looking for a bid of 260. Last call. 269, but a bid of 260. $530 retail value. $260 bid. There's Mr. Ash at 260, now 270. 270, looking for a bid of 270, 270. $270 now, looking for a bid of 270. Any bid of 270? 270, anybody bid of 270? Got 260 going once, looking for a bid of 270. 270 now, anybody bid of 270? How about a bid of 270? All right, last call at 260. Looking for a bid at 270, $270. 270 now, anybody bid of 270?
Half off sale.
Yep, that's what it is. Half off. It's a little more than half off. 270 would still be half off of the retail price. Typically, if I was going to sell this set to a dealer and a dealer would look at it and want to buy it, they would give me between $300 and $350 for this. So you're getting it below dealer wholesale. All right, no other bids. Yep, it has all of the coins in it except for the major keys. And sold $260. Thank you, Mr. Ash. Lot 29, that is 2-9. This one is a very nice little holder. I love this thing. I'm going to show you the holder first, and then I'll show you the individual coins. Very thick, made of some sort of resin. It's very nice. It says Lincoln Penny, first and last year of the wheatback design. And then I'm going to put this under the little scope here and show you the individual coins because they're pretty too. Here's your 1909. Nice gem hunk coin. And then a 1958 D is also a nice coin. Both of them are toned. And the reverse side of each. There's the 09. And here is the 58D. I got to start on this at 17 with Mickey. $17. Now looking for an $18 bid. There's Frank at 20. Frank at 20 now, 21. $21. How about a bit of 21, 21? A bit of 21? That is a, I guess, a size comparison. Here, I'll put a 2x2 next to it. That's a 2x2. Just show you the relative average size difference. Frank is at 20. My last shot at 20 now, looking for a bit of 21. The 09 is worth $20. 20 now, 21, $21. How about a bit of 21, 21? Anybody a bit of 21?
Hold on.
Maybe not 21.
No, maybe not. I said out.
Oh.
And then said
Oh,
maybe
oh,
not.
oh, okay. Now Frank's back at 22. Are you going to keep wishy-washying?
No,
Or am I going to end this?
You're going to end it.
Okay, I'm going to end this. Mickey says he's out. Out for good this time. Twice out is out for good. And sold to Frank McCain at 22. I appreciate it, Frank. Thank you very much. Next up, we have another holder that is extremely similar to the last, except this has a 1943 PDS set in it, starting at $16. These are all uncirculated coins. Uncirculated, not reprocessed. We got Mickey starting this one off at $20. 20 now, 21. 21, anybody bid at 21? $21. How about a bid of 21? This thing is about 4 times as thick as a penny. It's a very impressive looking holder. There's a little rubber gasket. They pop out of the back, and there's a little rubber gasket that you kind of have to tweak and play with to get everything back in place. And they're pretty hard in there. I mean, they're not coming out. I thought if I was going to keep this, I was going to set it on my desk and have a keepsake of the steel cent. There's Mr. Ash at 21. Frank McCain is not bidding. Mickey is out. Mr. Ash at 21. Now looking for a bid of 22. 22. Anybody bid of 22? 21 now looking for a bid of 22. 22. Anybody bid of 22? 22. I got 21 going once. Looking for a bid of 22. 22. Anybody bid of 22? 22. Anybody bid of 22? You have 2 reprocessed steel cents with a touch of rainbow toning. Interesting. I generally toss those in wheat bags for a nickel a piece, you know. Because I think reprocessed steelies, they look like they look like when you get a crown and you get one of those silver colored crowns on your teeth and you smile. That's what it looks like.
Only reprocess I kept was toned, like he's talking.
All right, sold to Mr. Ash, $21. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Next up, I have a box. Box right here. This is, don't mind the mess on the desk. It's a messy desk. but I have a box that contains a bunch of 1960s and 1970s Lincoln cents for you to go through, because I didn't start. There's probably about, I'm going to say about 60, maybe 70 coins here. Plus you get the box. Raymond at $10. 10 for Raymond. Now looking for an $11 bid. $11 bid. Now a bit $11. I got 10, looking for 11. There's 12. 12 now for $13. How about a bit of $13 now, and a bit of 13. Oh, you give reprocessed steel cents to kids when you deliver pizzas. That's really cool. One of the first things I bought when I was a kid, my dad took me to a coin shop. He felt like it was like his feet were itching to get out of there. He hated doing the coin thing. And I got a set of reprocessed pennies for, I think it was $1.50. Taco John up to $20 on this now, looking for a bit of 21. There's Dan at 21. 21 now, 22. $22. How about a bit of 22? $22 now. How about a bit of 22? There's 22. DC at 22 now, 23. 23, need a bit of 23. $23. How about a bit of 23? $23 now, and a bit of 23. Do I have any stickers? You want me to give you a sticker? I did have one. I had one that had Biden on it, and I said that was my fault. But but it's no longer with me.
A sticker? Is he talking about those?
I got Raymond at 23. What stickers are we talking about, Doug?
This way, or?
Oh, do you want a channel sticker? Is that what you're looking for? DC at 24 now. 24, looking for a bit of 25. Yeah, I can do channel stickers. If you want channel stickers, I can do those. In fact, I'll put a channel sticker in everybody's package. We haven't done that in a while.
That's right.
Let's put a channel sticker in everybody's package.
Will do.
Channel sticker says, let's do it this way. I got Raymond Longy at 26. 26 now, looking for a bit of 27. There's 28. 28 to DC now, looking for a bit of 29. $29. How about a bit of 29? 29. Eddie, a bit of 29. Add 28, looking for a bit of 29. $29 now, and a bit of 29. But yeah, that's what the sticker says. Let's do it this way. Could you go get one for me?
Sure will.
Appreciate that. We'll show it off here real quick. Here's Mr. Ash at 29 now, $30. $30 even, $30 bid. Mark has a few. I'm sure you do, brother. $30, 39, a bit of $30 bid. How about a bit of $30? 39, a bit of 30. Raymond is out now, $30. Anybody a bit of 38? $30 now. How about a bit of $30? There we go. Let's do it this way.
Some of the newer people might not understand.
There's Frank at 30 now, 32.
What that means.
Oh yeah, what this means is that there's been a number of times where I'm trying to auction something and everybody goes way overboard on the bidding, and I decide to back it off and let everybody buy one at a cheaper price. So what happens is somebody will get the bidding up to a high range, and I'll say, oh boy, stop bidding. Let's do it this way, and we'll sell it for 30% off that price to anybody who wants one. And that's how that came about. But let's do it this way became my little saying. And so sticker and all, I'm going to sell this one to Frank, $30. Got two more boxes that are similar. The very next one is also going to have a $10 start. Right. Oh, come on. Open box. And this one is mostly 60s and 80s. So we got some 1960s, we got some 1990s in here, but mostly 60s and 80s. Anybody who's done any buying here has done a let's do it this way. A lot of people have participated in the let's do it this way and saved a ton of cash. Kimberly at $15 now, looking for a bit of 16. 16, anybody bid of 16? $16, how about a bit of 16? Looking for $16 now, and a bit of $16, $16, how about a bit of 16? Dan gives me a $16 bid. Dan at 16 now, looking for 17. $17. Anybody bid a 17? $17 now. Anybody bid a 17? Kimberly back at 17. 17 now, looking for a bid of 18. $18. How about a bid of 18? $18 now. 17 once now, looking for a bid of 18. There's Dan at 18. 18 now. 19. $19. 19 now. Anybody bid a 19? $19. Anybody bid a 19? 19? Here's Kimberly back at 19. 19 now. 20. Now 20. There's Taco John at 20. Now 21. 21. Anybody bid a 21? $21. How about a bid of 21? 21? Kimberly back at 22. Folks, Kimberly's trying to tell you a message. She's been quiet the entire show, and she comes in and bids 3 times on a lot. Got 22 now. Looking for a bid of 23. How about a bid of 23? I can't necessarily say don't bid and let Kimberly have it, but don't bid and let Kimberly have it. 22 now. Looking for a bid of 23. 23 now. A bit of 23. 23. A bit of 23. There's Raymond at 23. Kimberly needs a sticker. Kimberly, you'll get a sticker. You'll get a sticker. There's 24 now. Looking for a bit of 25. 25 now. A bit of 25. 25. Oops, my finger slipped.
Yeah.
Sold Kimberly 24. I appreciate it. Kimberly, you'll get a sticker. You'll get a sticker. Next up. Oh, wait a minute. That was box number 32. Yeah. I did this backwards. We'll just switch the lids. This will be box number 33 now. I love how I solve problems. Okay, that lid doesn't fit on that box, so we're going to have to switch the coins. But that's okay. So here we go. Was that proof? Did I see a proof in there? I did. There's a 69 proof in there. No, that's not proof. Not a proof coin. It's marked proof, but it's not proof. Anyhow, here we go. Box of nice memorial cents. There's a bunch of decent ones in here. I mean, like nice coins, 71p, 70s, things like that, 68s. 74S. There's 60D small dates, 60D large dates, all kinds of stuff in here. Dan gives me a $15 bid, 15 now, $16. How about a bid of 16? Anybody bid of $16 now? Anybody bid of 16? How about a bid of $16 now? A bit of 16. I got Tim at $18 now. Looking for a bid of $19. How about a bid of 19? Anybody bid of 19? Taco John at 20 now, 21. 21, looking for a bid of $21. How about a bid of $21 now? A bit of 21. How about a bid of 21? Brad at 25. I had Dan at 21. Brad at 25. Now 26. Now $26. How about a bid of 26? I'll be packing everything up tonight. If you get us paid tonight, we'll ship it tomorrow. Dan is out. Thank you very much. Brad at 25, looking for a bid of 26. First call. Bend this sticker back in shape. There we go. Let's do it this way. I need to put one of those on my desk and just have it be a permanent thing. All right, James Johnson at 26 now, looking for a bid of 27. $27. How about a bid of 27? 27 now, a bit of 27. Got James at 26, going once now, looking for a bid of 27. $27. How about a bid of 27? 27 out, a bit of 27. I got 26, looking for a bid of 27. 27 now, a bit of 27. Coffee mug. Put a sticker on a coffee mug.
I'm having coffee mugs made.
Oh, having coffee mugs made. Oh.
He's been asking for that over 2 years now.
Oh. I'll get a white coffee mug and I'll put the sticker on it and send it to you.
There you go.
I don't want to have coffee mugs made because I don't want to be stuck with a whole bunch of coffee mugs.
You can't just buy a couple.
You can't just do one. It's not like, it's just like Pringles. You eat one, you got to do the whole box. A Let's Do It This Way coffee mug. It's an idea. I don't know if I could do it, but we might. I'll see if I can. If I can find a place that'll do a drop ship, I'll do it. All right, sold to James Johnson at 26. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, you will receive an invoice via email as soon as this show is over. I dig in and start doing that. Let's see. What's my next? Oh, the rolls. Don't ask me what's in this, and don't get on to me when you find out that it may not be what you think it is. But early years, 09 BU early years means the log cabin, 2009. It's not 1909. There's an 82. It says it's a large unk roll. I'm seeing stripes on the sides, which means that the coins are not all the same condition on the inside. So we have a $6 start on this. 5 rolls at $6. Give me a $6 bid and it's yours. $6. Anybody bid a $6, $6 bid. I got Mickey at 6 now, 7. $7 now. Anybody bid a $7 bid? How about a bid of $7 now? Anybody bid a 7? I got 6. Looking for a bid of 7. There's 8. Frank at 8 now, $9. Anybody bid a $9 bid? There's Taco John at 9 now, 10. $9 now, 10 now, 10, then 10. Anybody bid a 10? There's Frank at 10 now, 11. Got 10 now, 11. $11 bid. Now anybody bid $11? Just a little touch of heartburn from all those hot peppers.
I bet so.
I've been munching.
Wait a little while.
I've been munching down hot peppers this evening. $11 at DC now. 12 Taco John. Frank is out. Taco John at $12. 12 now. Look over a bit of $13. $13. How about a bit of $13 now? A bit of 13. Anybody bit of $13? Anybody bit of 13? Sold Taco John, $12. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. Need that sheet, please. It has Sherman hair all over it. It's been sitting on the floor and Sherman laid on it. So you get the hair for free. Please do not try to clone my dog. I'll find you and I'll kill you. All right. Or I will unalive. I'll unalive you.
Yeah, you can't say.
That's right. All right. So this is a sheet of early Lincolns. It has a 1909, 11D, 12P, 13, 14, 15D, 16D, 15D there. 2 15Ds for one reason or another. There's a 17D, 17S, 18, 18D, 19D, 19S, 20, 21S. A 25D, 27S, 28S, and 29S. And this entire page, I'm starting off at $29. 29, anybody bid at 29? 29, added value is $44. 44. So, get me started at 29 for this sheet. 29, anybody bid at 29? $29. How about a bid at 29? We'll do 29, then 30, then 32. If anybody bids 29, do 30 then. I got 29. Detroit Bob 58. Unfortunately, I'm going to have you register prior to bidding. You register by sending an email to that email address at the bottom of your screen there. Send it to coppercoinspayments@gmail.com. You register. It's absolutely free. But I have to have your information, especially your email address, prior to allowing you to bid. I got Frank at 30. 30 now, 32. Looking for a bid of 32, $32. How about a bid of 32, 32, a bit of 32. I got 30, looking for a bid of 32, $32. How about a bid of 32, 32, a bit of 32. $30, 30 now. Going once. I got $30, $30, looking for a bid of $32, $32, anybody bid of $32, going twice. Act now or forever hold your pieces. There's 32, Raymond Longy, now 34. 32, now 34, $34, I bet a bid of 34. Sorry, Frank, got to have a $2 raise. Need a $34 bid. $2 raise after $30. There's Frank at 34, now 36. Got a 34, looking for a bit of 36. $36, I bet a bit of 36. Got 34, looking for a bit of 36. $36, anybody bit of 36. Kind of wish that Bethlehem had been here tonight. This next lot was especially for her. But she's evidently not here or being very, very quiet. Looking for 36. Anybody bid at 36? No bid at 36. Sold, Frank, 34. Appreciate it, Frank. Thank you very much, sir. Next and final lot of the auction tonight. I have 10. I have 20. I have 30 half dollars. 30 half dollars. A lot of them are uncirculated. There is a wide range of dates here. I'm going to start it at $18. $18. Anybody bid of $18? 18 now? Anybody bid of 18? Get you some half dollars to look through. Not checked for anything, but there is no silver in them. I could tell you a silver half dollar from a quarter of a mile away. Doug gives me, or actually Richard gives me an $18 bid. 18 now 19, $19. How about a bid of 19? Doug gives me 19 now 20. 19 now 20, $20. 20 now the bid. Anybody bid of $20? How about a bid of 20? $20 now. Anybody bid of 20? Got Richard back at 22 now. 22 now 23. $23. How about a bid of 23? $23 now. Anybody bid of 23? 23. Anybody bid of 23? $23. 30 half dollars for $23. 23 now. Anybody bid of 23? 23. I got 22 once. Looking for a bit of 23. 23 now. A bit of 23. How about a bit of 23? 23. A bit of 23. I had 22 twice. Now looking for a bit of 23. 23 now. A bit of 23. How about a bit of 23? 23. There's 23. Doug at 23 now. 24. $24 bid. A bit of $24 bid. How about a bit of 24? 24. A bit of 24. Very shortly after this auction is over, I'll be sending you your invoices this evening. Thereafter, you can wait for tomorrow. And tomorrow, we will do a couple of reveals after I can get all this mail packed up and out of here.
He's got help, though.
Hey, I've got help. Yes, I do have help. All right, I appreciate it. Doug has purchased this at $23. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Doug. That is the end of the auction for tonight. I do appreciate everyone showing up and everyone being here and participating. It's been a great time. And I guess, let's see, what else do I have? I might be doing a show with Frosty either this weekend or next weekend. So be on the watch out for that. Also got a waffles with syrup coming up this Sunday. And no, not a proof pull anytime real soon. It'll be 2 weeks before I do an auction and a proof pull. So there will be no auction or proof pull coming up. That will be the following week. I appreciate it, everybody. Roy, there's Roy. I haven't heard from you all evening. Well, good evening to everybody, and have a great night. Have a great weekend if you don't see me before then. And I'll talk to you Sunday or... well, actually later this week if you're going to be coming to the reveals, but Sunday is the next big show. Talk to you later.